Hi everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to another episode of art tutorials. So today we're going to do a very special video because I finally reached 200 subscribers. Yay! I'm so happy, and thank you again so much for everybody's love and support. I can't believe we've reached 200 so quickly. This is amazing, and you guys are so awesome. I can't believe how amazing the community is and how active and supportive, and just people just want to learn, you know? It's so amazing, and I'm happy how you guys are commenting a lot on the comment section and asking questions and all that. So I'm really happy how you guys enjoyed the videos, and I hope you guys are learning a lot, and I hope the tips and advice are helping you guys a lot as well. So thank you again so much for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, and I hope you guys continue doing that for the future as well, for ongoing videos and all that. So yeah, thank you again so much. Yay! And for those who are brand new to this art YouTube channel, my name is Victoria, and I am a fine art artist, illustrator, and art teacher, and I create these fun, inspiring, and motivating art tutorials and also drawing processes to help you learn and improve your drawing and painting skills. So basically, let's talk about a little bit of what we will talk about today and what we're actually going to learn. So what I did is that I actually got a really special gift from one of my students, and it was a while back. It was for my birthday, and it was super sweet of her. Thank you so much, Lyra. I really love the present, and now I'm going to go ahead and try and test those out. So today's lesson is basically going to be, what do I do when I get new art materials? So I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through a little bit about, once I get a brand new set of art materials, I would test them out first for sure and kind of see what they're like, and then I would also kind of create a chart of like what kind of mixtures I could get from them, and also what it would be like to have other mediums mixed in together with the new art materials that I have, so I can kind of play around with mixed media. And then after that, I would actually choose a reference or kind of do a study, like a painting study or a drawing study with the new art materials. Then that kind of incorporates a little bit of learning how to use it and my abilities to kind of see what I can do with the new art materials I have. So each art materials is very different, so you want to make sure you kind of get to understand it a lot more before you create something a little bit more final and professional for sure. But definitely it's about experimenting, learning, and just always new stuff to learn. So let's get into it. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. So what we're actually going to do first is I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing. So I'm a little bit out of whack when I'm unboxing things because it's always so exciting. So if you guys want to skip that part, you can go ahead and skip to the next part if you're not too interested in watching the whole unboxing part. But it's always fun to share my love and happiness for the amazing gift that my student gave me. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, that's okay. You can always skip ahead to the next part of the video, which is basically you'll see me start using the kind of like a color testing paper. So we're kind of sorting everything out and taking the first step of what you would do when you get your new art materials. Okay, so we're gonna move. I don't know how we're supposed to do this. You see this thing coming over here? I'm trying not to knock over the I'm flexible enough, I can move. Okay, so we got our palette, and we got brushes over here, and then we also got the present. Yay! I love this bag that she got me. She loves unicorn. Let's have a 360-degree turn for this one. See, it's so cool. She loves unicorn. I'm so happy how much she's sharing her love for this gorgeous new unicorn thing. But this bag is awesome. I keep all my bags for the gifts. I don't know, it's a weird habit that I have, but I always love keeping the bags. And she had like this awesome green stuff, so sometimes I use this and kind of recycle it do other gift wrapping, so it's always nice. I'll have to flatten it out a little bit, but yes, thank you, Liara. Okay, and it goes in the bag, and this is the present. So basically, this is what she got me. So it's basically Staedtler's tinted watercolor pencils. So I do not have a set of these. These are like completely brand new. As you can see, there's like still the plastic thing on the top over here. So what happens is that I'm gonna try these out and kind of see how they work out. I did have watercolor pencils at one point though, but I kind of used them, but I didn't really know how exactly to use them properly. So this is going to be really interesting, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not very familiar. I'm familiar with colored pencils, but not so much watercolor pencils. So we got this beaver at the front of the front. Wait, this way. Yeah, there's the beaver. There's the beaver. And got on the front there. So yeah, let's open this up and see what happens. I hope it's not adult proof. How do you open this? What? Do I have to cut it? I don't want to cut it. I thought it could slide off. Oh no, wait. That's a little proof. Maybe I do have to cut it. How does this thing work? I don't want to hurt myself because I get plastic cuts all the time. Can't you just slide it? Can't you just slide it out? I have to go grab scissors. A second. I'm trying to get out.
2 hours later.
Whoa! I got scissors. Yeah. Let's just sit down again. I don't wanna. Ooh. Careful, don't wanna top over plants. Okay, don't do that to your plants. That's not very nice if you plant. I'm sorry, Zizi. I'm sorry, plant. Okay, so I also grabbed the the birthday gift that she gave me for my birthday and all that stuff. So this is super cute, and I really love the cute little message. I know you can see the back of it though, but that's super cute. I want to read it out. Happy B-Day! I hope all your wishes come true. You are the best art teacher ever. Thank you so much, Lyra. And we got these two stuff, which is super awesome. Okay, so let's actually get started on working on this. Oh, and the reason why I have this clipping because I got this hanged up on my wall in my art studio, so it's always nice to be able to see it all the time. So yeah, okay. Where'd the scissors go? Okay. Don't do this at home, kids. This is not how you're supposed to use scissors. Nani? Oh wait. Aha, I got it. Yeah. Oh. I hope I just don't like cut this and then all of the pencils just like bleh, or just like pops out. Oh, that's why it's stuck on. Ah, look, it's stick. Put the scissors down. Look, it's sticky. Okay. I'm having too much fun over here. That's good. It's a fun video. It's a special video, so it's all good. Okay, so now we got our colored pencils over here, and we have. I'm gonna make sure we open it like this way. I'm gonna open it this way so you guys can see. This is such a weird way of holding it. We're opening it, and it has this little pamphlet over here. It says "Wild at Heart." design journey color pencil range, high quality products for your creativity. Nice. And it's upside down for some odd reason. Yeah, like the cover's like that though, but the pencils are like downwards for some odd reason, but that's fine. For first thing you judge on like a color pencil set of like unboxing, yeah, it's like, yeah, when you close the lid, it's upside down though. When you open it, it's like, nani? But yeah, so they're made in Germany, which is nice, and they're tinted, and then there's, how many? There's 12, I think, right? Yeah, there's 12 color pencils there, so we have like a good variety of different tones there. So let's see what they are like and let's try them out. There's this wild thing. Oh look, there's instructions. Oh, how nice. For a second I was like, oh, there's French here, and I was like, no, that's not French. Oh no, there is French. Okay, never mind. I was like, out of like all of the instructions, he was like, oh, there's no French. I was like, oh yeah, there is French, because they got like the different languages going vertically top to bottom. I thought it was like just one page though, but pretty cool. I guess it's like for all the different products that they have, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's like a set of like all the different colors that they have and different artworks they can do. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I like how they fold it in so that it's like nice and mini. Okay, so now we're actually going to do some testing. I need to go grab some water still. I'm so not organized today. I thought I grabbed everything that I needed. At least I got the palette and all that stuff, and I got the paper, so that's all good to go. So, and got the board, and we are set. Let's get started. So since we are using watercolor pencils, basically you would probably want a watercolor paper for art materials, and then you would probably also want some brushes, some soft synthetic brushes, or any type of soft brushes for watercolor, and then we will also probably need water, a cup of water, and then also just like a board to paint on, because if you don't have like a pad like what I have, so you can also get like a board and just have your watercolor paper on top of that, or you can actually just put the watercolor paper on top of the table. That works too. Okay, so basically the first step that we want to do here is test out the colors. So what happens is that I have no idea what these colors look like, so I want to make sure that I have a map or a color chart to see what colors I have and what would they look like after when I colored them and also painted with those particular colors. So basically what happens here is that some of the pencils have names and numbers to it, but so far these ones only have numbers, so I'm going to color in a spot over here, and then I would also note down the name or like the code. So basically, for example, this one is 10TG2 or 10T-G2. And the key idea is to have a spot over here where you can see what color it is when you color it in, and we also have the name or the number for the color pencil, so that if we need to actually go back and try to find that pencil again, we can actually find it. So now that we have that, we're going to do all of this for all of the pencils over here. So we're gonna do them one by one, and I usually like to organize them by the number, so going from the smallest number to the larger number. You can organize it in any way that you'd like. It doesn't have to be exactly how I organized it. You can go ahead and go from larger number to small number, or you can actually go by color. So as long as you can actually see what color it is, and you can also know the name of the pencil, then you're good to go, because then that way you can actually look for it again. If you don't remember which pencils you use, you can test it out on another piece of paper, and then that way you can kind of backtrack that way. So you guys can actually jump ahead of this part if you guys don't want to see me banter and when I chat with you guys on like what in the world I was doing at the moment. Though it's basically me going step by step, reorganizing the pencils and just kind of noting them down and kind of adding the name and also drawing the spots and all that stuff. And I also made sure that I had 2 spots. So basically one is solely for the dried colored pencil, basically, so the top part is just coloring with it, and I just leave it like that so I know what it looks like when it's dry. And then at the bottom I have another version, which is basically where I'm actually going to go over with a brush dipped in water, then see what it would look like when I paint over it. So, and then basically we got this one, so this is this color. I'm probably gonna dump it all out. It's because they're not in the right order anyway. So this is GO2. There's like 110. I'm gonna put it like that. G3, G4, G73, 76, G5, 80. Here's G1, G6, G9. Okay, so these ones are all the higher numbers, and then these ones are all the ones that are side by side. So I'm gonna put this on the side over here so they don't fall off, and then we're going to readjust this so that we kind of see everything over here. And so that's G2. Where's G1? So the G1 earlier. G1. So this is G1 over here. G2, G1, keep it all organized, and then G3. And you know what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to keep one that's dry, I'm going to do one that's like wet as well. Use these two guys again. Let me know. And it's good to kind of like note it all down just to kind of see which colors you're going to use. So G4. The colors are a little bit over the place though. G4 with water, and we're also going to do G5. I'll try to keep all of these ones at the top. Scooch in, you guys. Make space! Make space for everybody! Be friendly! Make space for everybody. I'll just write water. There's like no space for the... something's tickling my foot. It's a plant. So next thing we're going to do here is that we're going to add a few more. Which one is this one? G9, G6, okay. I'll do the 10, T, G6, and then this is like a, I don't know what this is. It's kind of like a gray, like a violet purple, like a purplish gray almost. Okay, and then we have this one, which is the last 10 G9. Where did 7 and 8 go? What happened? That's probably something what my brother would say. He's like, where did the, I think, no, I don't think it's in there though, but it's like, yeah, where did the 8 and the 7 go? What happened? They're ripping me off. Or they're ripping my student off. What happened? Okay, anyways, and then now we have all the other ones over here, so we're gonna do a similar thing. So high number G70, G20, 20, 30, 70, 76, and then 83. Okay. 80 is the highest, so let's do this one first. Oh no, wait, that's 36. Where's the 20? Where's the 20? No, yeah, this one. Let's have a little bit of space over here so you don't get confused. I'm gonna color my left hand because I'm blocking the light. Like when it comes to scribbling, my left hand's okay, but I don't think so writing would be a good idea for this one. Okay, let's give it a try. Yeah. I can do this. Water! The power of water! Okay, and that's this one. That's 20, and then 36. I do it this way so that way you can at least see a little bit of. And then 10. What was it? 1036, 73. We know these ones are different because they're a lot bigger than those ones, so. Okay, and then we got 2 more left. We got 76. So as you can see, there's like a lot of earth tones in this one. So basically it's very neutral colors. So it's very earth tones, browns, cold greens, cold blues. There's some reds though, but they're probably closer to the brown. Oh, which number is this? 10TG86. 10TG86? No, 83. Haha. Oh no. No! That didn't get recorded. That's okay. I can move this. Okay. There you go. So that's what you usually want to do for all your new art materials. So you're gonna have these ones, and then you got these ones too over here. So you kind of get a variety of different colors over here. Let's move this camera up a little bit. these ones, and you got the top ones, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So we got that out of the way, and then once we have that, then we can probably start painting. Ooh, we're gonna start painting. Let's start coloring. Ooh, and I got some tissue paper too, so make sure you have brushes, paper, water, don't drink this, and yeah, and then we're ready to go. So basically what happens here is that you're going to add water to only the water ones and then keep the ones that are dry over here. So you don't want to color in or paint in any of the dry ones. You can keep one that's dry, and then you're gonna have one that's with water, so you can kind of see the difference what it is when it's dry and then when it's wet. So you have a variety of different ones. I'm not gonna use this one because that's too small. I use that for more of my detail stuff. Yeah, let's do a medium type brush over here. So let's go ahead and move this. I thought I needed the palette though, but I guess not. Whoa! Sorry. Okay, so let's not make it too dry or anything. We're gonna have the paper towel over here. We'll move this a little to the front there. Okay. And now we're gonna add water to this. Let's see what it does. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, so this part I'm probably going to do here is that you're basically going to let it sit a lot more over here. Ooh, those are nice colors. I like that. So you're gonna have more opacity over here and then probably less opacity there. And then, oops, why do I keep hitting the camera? It's right in front of my face, that's why. And then you wanna make sure you rinse your brush so that it's all clean so it doesn't get dirty when you're mixing the next color, because then you'll be mixing two colors together. Yeah, so this one, as you can see, I'm dragging it over more to this side so it's more watered down. And as I kind of go over here, there's more of the colored areas, right? So this part is going to get mixed. So you kind of see I'm kind of going more in a back and forth process. So you want to make sure that you kind of, what happens if I zoom in? You kind of have the more opaque okay, and then now we're gonna move over. It's probably okay if you guys don't see the water, right? I'll move the water in a little bit. Okay, no, I'll just do this. That way, you know, I clean every time when I try to do a new one. Okay, so there's this one over here. So what we're going to do here is that we're gonna make sure we drag a lot of this one so we got more of the watered down version. And then once we kind of get over here, our pen is getting, oh sorry, not our pen, our brush is getting drier, and you would have a more thicker, pigmented, and opaque color over here on the side. So you kind of get the best of both worlds because you got a pale version over here and you got a more opaque version on that side. Water. Okay. And if it's too wet, then you can always dampen on the paper towel here. Okay, and then I'm gonna get this one less saturated. So you kind of see where here there's like, it's more or less scribbles, so there's more spacing in between. So if you were to paint over this, but you want to fill in the gaps a little bit more, I would probably recommend coloring a little bit more properly, because that spot, like even if you kind of go over it, it's not blending as much as this area they these hatchings or scribbles were a lot closer to each other. So you probably want to make sure that they blend properly over there. And we're gonna move the camera again. And there's this one. So this, we're gonna have the more watered down version over here. And then as we kind of get over here, brush is getting drier and we are mixing this color. That's a pretty nice color. Okay, and then those are those ones. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to slide this down so that we get some of these ones over here. So we're going to start with this one over here. So I'm going to make sure that I get fresh new water. And we're going to, ooh, this is nice and red. So it's a good thing to drag it over to this blank spot because there's no paint whatsoever. And then once you kind of get over here, you get the more opaque stuff. Ooh, that's a nice color. I like this one. And as you can see, you can soften it out as you rub more. That's a nice color. Okay. Like colored watercolor pencils are pretty nice, mostly when you know what you're doing, for sure. But it has like a different quality because it's a hybrid. So you would have like dry pigments made into a pencil, which you could be a little bit more precise when it comes to coloring and all that stuff if you're not too sure. But the thing is that at the end of the day, you're gonna mix anyways, like that, you're gonna mix anyways. So it kind of defeats the purpose of being super precise at the very beginning too, right? So might as well just go straight paint. But oops, that didn't happen. That did not happen. Nothing happened there. Nobody saw anything. Okay, and then we're gonna blend in this part. I hope it doesn't seep through to the bottom there. This paper should be thick enough. This is watercolor paper. Yeah, this is watercolor paper, by the way. I forgot to mention that. It's not just any regular paper. I got that part wet too. Keep noticing like all the other parts that I'm trying to by accidentally get wet. At least I didn't get any of the names wet, which is good. Whew. Okay. Just blending these in. So I think so these colored pencils, if you were to paint with them, they probably would last quite a long time because you kind of see that's not a lot of scribbling though, but you got a big pile of colors, so. But these are nice colors. Thank you again, Liara. I love these. So nice, so relaxing. Yeah, so it's always nice to try out like new art materials when you need to kind of unwind and relax a little bit, because if you're painting all the time and working all the time, then it's it can get a little bit tiresome at sometimes though, but it's nice to kind of continue learning and exploring, because that would kind of help you relax a little bit and you're not too worried about making mistakes and discovering new things because you are brand new at it. You're discovering what possibilities you can do with the new color pencils or the new paints that you got. So this is a great way to unwind, relax, enjoy nice music, and enjoy the beautiful weather and your plants if you have plants at home. Ah, there you go. Yeah, so there's that one. But yeah. And that's pretty much it for the color testing stuff. So you got a dry version and then we also got a wet version. So what we could do next is we could probably get another sheet of paper and we could try out to see what it would be like to have, oh no, we would actually just try at the bottom over here so it's on the same sheet of paper. So we're gonna have like another set of the wet surface ones, but these ones we're going to add other mediums to it. So I'm probably gonna add colored pencils to it since that's what I had in mind. So let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit and then we're gonna do the same thing as we did earlier. At least all of this is organized now. All of this is organized now, so we could just go ahead and write down the different things. So yeah, this time it'll be a lot more organized. 10G1. And gotta make sure I put them back into the right position too. Here's at least these two colors are kind of close a bit. Then G2. 10G2. No, that's Tengen. Never mind. I was like, Tenji! I don't know if there's an anime character with that name. Maybe. Tenji2. 10TG3. 10TG4. Yep. TG4. 10 TG4, 10 TG4, 10 TG4, get your 10 TG4. And then got 10 TG5. Whee. 10 TG, oh, I'm running out of space. Whoopsies. That's okay. 10 TG6. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna put this one at the bottom. I think this is just like black. 10. Oh, 10 TG9. Wait. I'm just trying to see, did I do a mistake? This is 36. Did I color the wrong one? Because why did I pick up 10 TG6? Wait. Oh, maybe it rolled over. Never mind. And then... I'm getting everything mixed up. Oh well. I try to be somewhat organized. Maybe it's because I didn't put it back properly. Oh. Okay, these two are kind of like swapped around though, but that's okay. As long as we kind of know which one's which. As long as I don't name it wrong, then you're fine. Yeah, this is TG20. TG73. And yeah, TG76. Oh, and done. TG83. Woo! Okay. And we're done. So I'm probably gonna put this back. So we're pretty much finished using that. And now we're gonna add water to it. So let's get this clean brush over here. And we're going to make sure that we're going to wet all of these. So we're gonna do a similar thing where you have the lighter color, more washed out color over here. And then as you kind of move down, you get a more opaque color tone here. Make sure you rinse. This water's gonna get pretty dirty. That's what I mean, don't drink it. I've seen a lot of artist friends and they're like drinking their brush washing water and I'm like, dude, why would you do that? It's nice because I've built a habit of not doing that because I don't have my drinking water over there. I keep that in the kitchen. I keep it separate so I don't make that mistake there, which is a good habit to train yourself. Listen up, students. Don't drink your painting water, mostly because even if it's watercolor too, like it's still toxic in some ways. Don't want to poison yourself. So be careful. Let's not poison ourselves because it's probably not very healthy to do that. So remember to build good habits. Okay, so now we're kind of getting majority of this part painted. I'm probably not gonna paint this part because that was like a mistake, so. See, everybody makes mistakes. That's okay. We all make mistakes. That's how we learn. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, I think so. TG9 is just black. Like it's just black and gray there. At least I didn't do the mistake of like not washing my brush before. I think so I already built a habit of not doing that. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, and then we got 3 more colors to go, and then that's pretty much it for the color testing. So this is actually very similar to the color testing thing that we did with the previous video, art tutorial video with the color testing paper and all that stuff. So this is also a color testing paper, but just for watercolor, because you probably want to use watercolor paper for watercolor. Printing paper does not do very well with watercolor. It's gonna make a hole in itself, and it would probably also warp like crazy. So probably not recommend it though. But it's the similar idea of testing out your colors before you actually paint with it, because then that way you kind of get a full set of different colors over here, and then you can try out varieties. I think I did the blending a lot better over here, but we'll wait till these ones dry out because they could probably a little bit better. Yeah. Are these dry? And then when you're testing out watercolor, if you want to see if it's dry or not, you probably want to use the back of your hand. So you don't want to use the front of your hand because you got human oils and human grease on your fingertips. So that's that wet part over here that I had. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. So there's this one. Woo! So we got different colors. So now we're basically ready for the next step, which is basically mixing it with other mediums. So I'm going to take this out of the sketch pad because I need to clip it onto my drawing board over here, and I am actually going to apply some color pencils over watercolor. So I love doing that for watercolor, and it's nice to kind of have a different type of texture on top of the nicely blended watercolor base. So we're going to color in these batches at the bottom over here, and they will have a layer of color pencils. I'll probably be using a variety of different colors too, so just kind of picking whichever would match best for the base color. So here I use golden yellow, and then I used a little bit of green, a little bit of brown, a little bit of magenta to a little bit of blue to the gray, and you just kind of play around to see what will work best and just have fun experimenting, because there's no right or wrong. You just want to have to get a feel of what it's like. And once we're done with that, then we're going to move on to the third part. So we are going to choose a picture reference, and we're going to sketch that out and do a painting study. So I'm gonna first start with lightly sketching it out after when you pick the picture that you want to paint, and then I would also pick out the colors that I would need for this painting. And then once I have that, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna get my brushes ready, get a cup of water, and I'm going to go ahead and start painting. So as you can see, the drawing itself, or the painting itself, has a base color of the watercolor pencil. So I tried out 2 methods. One method is to actually color the drawing and painting with the watercolor pencils first. I also tried out a little bit after when I painted the painting there. I also added a little bit of the color pencils when the paper is still wet. That was pretty interesting though, but I do not recommend that because the paper is so fragile and it could rip very easily because it's wet. So I would not recommend that. That was a bad idea, but my paper did not rip because I was very gentle. And there's the other method, which is basically picking the paint off of the pencil and then applying it onto the paper. So you'll see that in just a bit after when I finish the base layers over here. And for the first half of the painting, I think so I mostly did coloring with the watercolor pencils first, then painting it. But later on, I figured out that it was a lot easier to apply the paint with the paintbrush, and then you would actually have the paintbrush dab onto the colored pencils. Like right now, as you see there, I'm picking off paint off of the watercolor pencils and applying it to the painting. So what that does is that basically your colored pencils act as a palette in a pencil form technically. So it's kind of funny though, because you only have a certain small area that you can actually dip your brush onto to get the colors off, right? And just be a little bit careful, because I by accidentally kind of flicked some paint onto the painting because of like the motion of picking the paint off, and I had to wipe a little bit, and it was pretty funny though. But lesson learned. Be careful when you're doing that, because you don't want to ruin the painting. You don't want to get any of the places that you want to leave blank with flicked on splatters of paint, and you just want to be really careful there. And I think the method, like the second method, is a lot better. I do enjoy that a lot more than coloring with the color pencils first, because when you're coloring with the color pencils first, it's harder to control, at least what I find, because you're applying it down and it looks like an efficient amount of paint on there, but once you actually start painting on it, it's either too much or too little. So basically the good part about picking it off of the actual pencil itself is that you have so much control of how much paint and how opaque you want it to be. So definitely I would probably do more of the second method than the first one, but definitely you can use both for different purposes. Like for the flowers, for example, I wanted a lot of color on there, and I was too lazy to pick all of that color all the time back and forth, and the paint just dries. So another thing I discovered with watercolor pencils is that once they dry, they literally cure. So what I mean by cure is that basically you can't revive them anymore, at least not with these ones. So I tried out kind of blending it again and kind of reviving it with a wet brush, but that did not work. So be mindful that once you wet the pigments of the colored pencils or the watercolor pencils, they will technically fix themselves the moment that they dry, so you can't really revive them anymore unless if it's a fresh new applied layer of the coloring with the watercolor pencils. So that's why I recommend dabbing, because then that way you would have a lot more control of being able to apply the colors while it's still wet. And here I'm using regular color pencils. So this is the part where I kind of add a little bit of mixed medium. So watercolor pencils can't go as dark as I wanted it to go. So basically I'm adding a darker layer over here with Crayola colored pencils, and this would actually create a lot more contrast, make the shadows a lot darker, and also it helped me smooth out a little bit of the watercolor and the painting, because sometimes it was slightly bit uneven because one of the layers just like dried off and I couldn't revive it anymore. So color pencils is a very nice tool to kind of go back and correct and touch up some things if you can't really do it with the watercolor anymore. So definitely it's a nice combination. I always loved having a combination of watercolor base and then also having a color pencil texture on top, so it always looks very nice. So we're gonna add a few more shadows. So color pencils usually is to add accent, darker shadows, highlights sometimes too, and also just kind of giving it more texture, more character, more variety of different style and stuff. It's got that like nice sketchy look, and it's more for refining, so it can go in a lot more in detail. And yeah, there you go. But I had so much fun painting this, and it was really nice to kind of try out new art materials and just kind of see how they work and what they would look like as a final piece, and just testing out the colors and having fun with that. But I definitely learned a lot of new things about watercolor pencils, and I hope you also learned a few new things about watercolor pencils. And it's all about experiments, so you want to try it out, test it out, and as you kind of get to understand the art materials a lot better, then that way you'll kind of grow and improve your art skills with that particular type of medium. So as you kind of try out different things, there's a lot of things that you can experiment with, so don't be afraid to try things out and enjoy the process and have fun and make happy little mistakes, and also just be inspired about learning new things and discovering new techniques, new methods, and just paint. Just have fun, paint, and be creative. And if you would like more drawing exercises like this, I do have more on my Patreon, so feel free to check those out. You can get more coloring pages like these when you sign up for Learning Fuzz tier or Student Fuzz tier, and then there's so many more drawing exercises on there too. There's hatching exercises, there's drawing constructions, there's step-by-step process, and also you can vote on other subjects or themes that you would like to learn about drawing or painting. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. So yeah, so have fun, check everything out, and thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this new art tutorial video. So you kind of learn a little bit about when you first get your art materials, what you would want to do and what you want to test out first before you actually start painting a fully illustrated drawing or like some of your art projects that you want to create. It's good to have first test out the colors on a testing paper, seeing what would happen if you mixed other mediums together with it, and then also see what studies you can actually paint first. So have a study painting first before you paint your actual works. So yeah, awesome. Thank you again so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this brand new video. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe, make sure to press the like button, and also make sure to comment too if you had any questions. And if you'd like to also see more videos like these in the future, I'll be more than happy to make them. I'll get used to making these because I'm not very familiar with watching the camera in front of me and just kind of talking, because my head tends to go a little bit blank, but that's okay. I survived through this one. I just survived through all the other ones, so it's all good. But yeah, thank you again so much, and I shall catch you guys next time. So take care, stay creative, have fun, and remember to try out new things. Don't stop learning, keep motivating yourself, and if you need help being motivated, I'll be here for you. I'll help you guys out to stay motivated, stay productive, and yeah, awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, bye. Also make sure to relax, listen to nice music, and yeah, yay! Woo! Probably gonna be a lot of bloopers all around. This is fun, like you get to relax a little bit, you know? Just chill, enjoy, look at the screen. I think it's kind of hard to kind of get used to looking at the camera like straight on, because you have a screen on the side and it's disturbing sometimes, but yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.